Hello, my friends. You are welcome to another episode of Nikki's Nuggets, where we talk together. I am your host and your best friend, Nicholas Efemena Orerimen. I wanted to come back here and then we round up with the discussion I started last week about my question of what would you do if you offer to help somebody but the person doesn't seem to want your help? Would you help or not? So I think in life sometimes we do things we believe that we are right, but when you hear the comments of one or two or three persons, you get to understand that probably your actions were not as right. I want to thank everyone who responded to that question. I have learned from it. I listened to some persons talk, share their opinion, and that's really how we learn, how we improve on what we do in life. You need to hear one or two or three persons. They say two good heads are really better than one. So various opinions, various way to look at it. But I mean, in the end, there was a lesson for me to learn, and probably a lesson for somebody out there to learn as well. So I want to take a few comments and then I will share with you what I have learned from that my story. The first one would be from, okay, this is just a user. I cannot tell the name of the contributor, but he or she said, I would help indirectly. My guilty conscience would never allow me to not help when I know I can. Well, guilty conscience. I wouldn't know if this person listened to the entire story, but in my opinion, I remember saying that I was even telling my conscience, don't even dare prick me, don't bother me. Because it wasn't about me not willing to help. I wanted to help. That was why I offered it. It was a case of someone who said, I will think about this, your offer for help. And the person never got back to me. Even when they saw me the next day, the next week, we kept seeing each other. He said nothing. He kept bringing the bike and riding it home. So it was, for me, an indication that he did not need the help. So I wouldn't know why my friend is saying guilty conscience. Well, that is for him or her. But I would think that if you offer, you don't need to force help on people. At least that was what I was thinking as at that time. So, well, thank you. I appreciate your thinking that you cannot allow yourself not to help someone because of your conscience. That's good. That's awesome. All right. This is from Susan Ugu. She said, "Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for this, sir. Very inspiring. I always help others when I can, and it makes me feel so good." Me too, my dear Susan. Me too. I feel good when I help people, and we should all feel good at doing that. I mean, a world where people need each other. All right, let's look at another comment. This is from Heziba Ibrahim. Said, having listened to this story from the beginning to the very end, it's easy, short, and simple. I would mind my business and drive past him, not out of spite or anything, but from his earlier actions. He made it clear that he didn't want to be helped. I hope he had a safe, long journey that night, though. Yes, that was a long, it was, my God. After I drove past him, yes, I was really thinking because see that place I saw him was just outside, like just outside the company. That means he had like 1 hour drive, 1 hour ride. Not even right now, push because he was pushing the bike that was broken down. Excuse me. So it would take him like an hour to get to, unless of course somebody came to his rescue. Yeah, so my friend said I would drive past just as I drove past. Well, bottom of this comment, he says, I can't really decipher why he didn't accept your earlier offer or the reason he decided to act the way he did, but in life so far, it's okay to get help. Ask for help or offer help. No one has it all, and also no one knows it all. Like I used to say, that's true. No one has it all. And why my friend here is wondering why he did not, say yes or no when I offered the help. I also wondered too, my dear. I wondered. But three things came to my mind. Number one, I may be wrong in my own conclusions, but I thought he was being proud. That idea came to me. He was being proud. I mean, you need this help. Look at how far you are riding every day to work. Sorry, every single day we come to work. That was a long ride. But for someone to say, don't ride again, I'll just bring you for free. Yet you want to think about it. I thought there was some element of pride in that. I may be wrong. Again, he might also not be comfortable with me, a black man, driving him because he was a white guy. Might There may also be some element of racism in that. I might also be wrong. Thirdly, I also thought that, well, he might also think, who is this guy now? Is he trying to show off that he has a car? Because my car then I bought it brand new. So is he trying to show that he bought a brand new car and, that I have a bike? I'm riding a bike, he's driving a car. Is that what this is all about? Maybe he might be thinking I'm trying to show off. But whatever be the reason, I thought of those three things. One of them may be a possibility. But hey, I may be wrong. That was why when I saw him in that state, maybe that would teach him. Who knows? Maybe by the next day we'll say, well, at least after pushing this bike from here to my house, I think I should go and accept this help. Even if he didn't. When I saw him the next, I didn't even bother to ask him how was your journey yesterday because that would be spiteful. So left, just kept going like that. So yes, I don't understand why, but that may be one of those reasons that I gave. All right, let's continue with comments. I read this one from Ukamaka Lydia. She said, ha ha ha. Very funny when you said he told you he would think about it. Of course, it was funny to me, just as it was to you. He said to me, based on the fact that you've tried to help him before and he didn't even have the courtesy to reply yes or no after thinking about it, I would have just sworn down and asked him if he would love me to give him a lift. So his reply would determine if I would help him or not. That's just me though, because I know I will never have the mind, stroke the lever, to just drive past without helping him. I will only be satisfied with myself if he said no again. I don't know if I will say you are wrong for not accepting to help. I mean, you did what was right by you. That doesn't make it wrong. You are human after all, and for you to shove aside your conscience shows that you have a heart. Yes, so. Oh yes, I have a heart, oh, good, beautiful one, fine, lovely heart. That was why I wanted to help. That was why I stopped him. So about this issue with him that, hey, let's be doing it like this. Keep your bike somewhere. I'll bring you to work, take you back. That way, all this whole long ride will stop, you know. But you all know how it ended, so it's fine. My own is that at least I showed, excuse me, I showed the concern to help, and that was what is really important in this. You know, showing concern, trying to help people, trying to be there for people, whether you know them or not, whether they are your friends or not. Just trying to be of help is really, really important. So, thank you, my friend, for your comment. I mean, from this comment, you know, there's this idea that you would have asked him again, you know, like she said. If he says no this time, I would not be satisfied. So that's what I'm getting from these comments here. It's from Benjamin Omonefe. Says, one good manner develops another, especially in life. You do good to receive bad. Yes, so many of us have done many good things, but what did we get in return? Something very bad. So yeah, that's life. You give the good thing and get the bad thing. When I say, brother, just imagine what Jesus did on the cross, bearing our sins. I will still raise a question if he needs my help. You see, so from Ben, it's also saying, like Ukamaka said, I would ask him a second time if he wanted me to help. So I think I'm getting something from there. Trying to go ahead and ask a second time. That way you are so sure. And one more comment. Let's look at this one coming from Abu Godwin. Says, a second chance would have been better. So from these last three comments I received, or I just read out, you know, is saying virtually the same thing. That where, yes, I offered the help, he was not saying yes or no. Where now I saw him in that state, that night it was really windy, you know, the rain, the cold, all those things. And somebody is going to, you know, push a bike that just broke down, you know. So while I am justified, oh God, sorry. While I may be justified in my excuse of him not coming back to me, I think I would have done better, like this comment said, by, you know, wind down and say, hey, brother, may I help you? Even if the bike would not fit into my car trunk, there would have been a way if I had stopped. You know, we could find somewhere and keep the bike and take him home. Then the next day, take the bike home by any other means. So this is a lesson I have learned, and I thought I should share it with you, and that can also help somebody, you know, who might find himself or herself in this kind of situation, to give somebody a second chance. So what I've learned from sharing this my story with you out there is give someone or give people second chances. It's actually what this my channel is all about. We talk about life issues, what can help us get better, be better people, and continue to see ourselves as one. I appreciate everyone who has been watching Nikki's Nugget. I appreciate those who have subscribed to my channel. I also appreciate those who are just now about to just now about to subscribe, comment, share, and like. You know, let's continue to build each other. In fact, this story I just shared, you know, reminded me of one time when I also wanted to help a young girl, but she acted in a way that was going to discourage me. But I still went ahead to help her. So I will tell the story in my next video to show that yes, but that was a totally different situation, you know. But I will also share that story, and I think one or two persons might also learn from that. So until I come your way again in a few days from now, Stay blessed. Be kind to one another. See you soon.
No one has it all.
That's right.
No one knows it all.
Oh yeah.
What you know, what I know is again, is no